Ooh yeah, ooh yeah.
All right, you made it. This is Albert Loves Comics. Get comfortable. What we're going to do is talk about the 4 things you need to know about DC's future state Justice League. Let's do this. Before we get started, one thing you should know is that in this channel, we talk about comics regularly. If you like what we're talking about, if you think you're going to like it, just subscribe, click that little like button, and let's have some fun. All right, let's do this. First thing you need to know is that we got a brand new Justice League team. Now, the old Justice League members, I don't know what happened to them. Classic people like Clark Kent, Superman, Bruce Wayne. There's a bunch of stuff that's going on, but we got new people in the role. So first thing you should know, Superman is now Jonathan Kent. That's his little kid. Yara Flor, the Brazilian, is the new Wonder Woman. We have Jo Mullein, the Green Lantern. She had her own solo series that they called Far Sector. That's been going on. It's been getting good praise. We have Andy Curry, who is Aquawoman. She's the kid of Aquaman and his wife Mira, I think. And then we have a brand new Flash. I do not know the name of the person. It comes up every now and then. I think it's like Jerry or something like that. But dark skin, white hair, pretty cool character. And then we got Tim Fox or Jace Fox as the new Batman. That's the black character. Really, really fun, interesting read. I got a video on that if you want to check it out. So that's the new team. So the second thing that we need to know is that this Justice League operates a little differently. Now, this team has actually been together for a bit of time. We don't know how long, but they've saved the universe a few times. The old Justice League was very close. They knew each other's secret identities. They had dinner at each other's houses. They'd have a carnival event and things like that they'd go to. But this team, they are a little bit more reserved. So we find out that the Justice League that we knew before, they had a person in their group betray them, spill out some beans, and there was a battle that occurred that led to the deaths of some people. So this new Justice League operates under a different charter, which prevents the members from becoming too close to each other. So the new team is intentionally kept small. There's just 6 members of it. They have no physical headquarters, so no more Hall of Justice. They refer to each other only by code names. They are forbidden from visiting each other's homes, and they only meet together to respond to major threats. So the third thing about this story that you need to know is that this new Justice League faces off against an old threat. Now, in this story, the new Justice League fights a team of white Martians known as the Hyper Clan. Now, if you're not familiar with this group, they are a little bit forgettable. You don't need to remember them. And if you do recognize them, you probably read the JLA by Grant Morrison from the late 1990s. You don't need to know much about this villain group. The most important thing that you need to know about them is that they're shapeshifters and they're from Mars and they can read minds and they hate fire. In the late 90s, when this story with the Hyper Clan was in there, they were considered so dangerous that they were exiled or kind of just like imprisoned in this other planet on a parallel Earth. I don't want to get too much into it, but this Earth was filled with fire and ash, which sounds like hell. Okay, and the fourth and last thing that you need to know about this story is that this new charter that they're working under is garbage and it doesn't work. There is a future version of the Legion of Doom that wants to release this Hyper Clan from this prison hell so they can fight this new Justice League. And their plans quickly turn south. When they set them free, they are immediately killed by the Hyper Clan. I mean, they're like chopped up into pieces. It's kind of crazy. The Hyper Clan then shapeshifts into the new Justice League members, finds all of those people, and then somehow transports or teleports them onto that hell that they were just imprisoned in. Now, this is the only part of Joshua Williamson's story that I was bothered by. If you have been in prison for decades in this planet and you just get released, is your first reaction to get revenge? Yeah, that makes sense. But why would you go after the new heroes? The new people who, I would go after the old people. I'd go after Clark Kent. I'd go after Bruce Wayne. Doesn't really make sense to me. But hey, maybe this is a new level of villainy that I'm not understanding. I can't appreciate it. So this new Justice League is on this alien planet with fire and ash, and the Hyper Clan is on Earth pretending to be them. They have this like crazy supervillain plan to kill billions of people, revert humanity back to the Stone Ages, and then they will be the superior people on Earth that will be God. They'll be gods. Another weak part of the story, by the way. I mean, you're already superpowered. You're on Earth. You got rid of the Justice League. You can already be that person. Why do you gotta kill more people? So the Justice League escapes from this alternate world of fire and ash with the help of the Flash, and they go into battle with the Hyper Clan. Now, the whole battle doesn't take very long, but It is a challenge. The White Martians are shape-shifting, right? They look just like the other members of the Justice League. And remember, they don't know much about each other. But throughout the story, we learn that they do know some small details about each other that they can observe. And using that knowledge, they use that to defeat the HyperClan. What we walk away with, and what the characters walk away with, more importantly, is that, no, actually, we're more important. When you have openness, honesty, and transparency with your team, it usually leads to a stronger connection. When you know the weakness, you know the dark parts and the weird, quirky things, like we find out that Batman likes to hum a theme song when he's fighting. That's kind of cool. When we are open, what we usually are doing is we're leaving ourselves vulnerable, but it provides for more strength. And sometimes it's a hard thing to do because it can lead to destruction, but it can lead to even more happiness, more success. So the story ends with the new Justice League suspending this charter to keep their lives more separate, and they decide to reveal their secret identities. It has a cute ending, and I remember when I finished reading it, I stood up and I was like, that was very cute. Overall, I thought this was a good story, probably like a 3 out of 5. I thought that there was parts of it that could have been a little bit stronger, but this is a 2-story issue, or a 2-issue story, and it's kind of hard to throw a lot into there. But the main messages were felt for me. Like I said, a 3 out of 5. I was happy I read it, but I probably would have continued picking it up, but the story was more weak. It was more of the characters that I was interested in. All right, so that is it. You know everything about the Future State Justice League story that came out from DC in January and February. If you have any questions for me, drop them down in the comment section. Click that like button and subscribe if you want to see more of this. I had a good time with this. I hope you did too, and I will see you next time. That's a wrap.
Ooh, yeah.